So basically there's this chart going around showing players layup percentages and how many they have taken. And man, it does not make Angel Reese look good in this one, I can't lie.
You would think layups would come naturally to someone 6 feet 4 inches in and playing in the WNBA, but Angel Reese. Only 31%. Not only is that low, but among players with at least 35 attempts, it's the poorest in the league. For good reason. This number has gone viral, and it has everyone discussing what's actually happening with her game and the Chicago Sky.
Nah, I don't know what she's working on, but it's certainly not her inside game. It's not. I don't get it. Still, Angel Reese has one of the lowest shooting percentages in the WNBA, especially on layups.
Watch the video to see her not even glancing at the rim. This statistic is just the start, so stay tuned to watch the film and potential solutions for the Chicago Sky.
And then right at third place, you have Angel Reese with 54 with a 31% shooting percentage, man.
Angel Reese's layup percentage of 31% compared to the 69% pro average not only shocked spectators, but also sent shockwaves around the league. For a 6 feet 4 inches power player, Aaliyah Boston equals that average at 69%, which isn't just a drop, but a free slide. Boston is at 69% on 7 shots a game, while Camila Cardoso is at 56.2%. Kelsey Plum, who is 5 feet 8 inches and at 42%, is still 11 points ahead of Reese.
Let me repeat. Third in the league in attempted, so she shot 54, but her 31.5% mark is by far the lowest among any other player in the top 10. In fact, Reese ranks dead last in the WNBA among all players who have attempted at least 35 layups. She's worse than the worst player in the league.
Reese's stature and position make it obvious that finishing at the rim should be her bread and butter, but instead her numbers are making people wonder.
Better than Reese.
Let me repeat. Third in the league in attempted, so she shot 54, but her 31.5% mark is by far the lowest among any other player in the top 10. In fact, Reese ranks dead last in the WNBA among all players who have attempted at least 35 layups. She's worse than the worst player in the league.
We're talking about a player who gets plenty of opportunities close to the basket, but her results are consistently disappointing. You almost expect her to power through with her height and score every time Reese gets the ball near the rim, but the reality is that the ball isn't going in most of the time. This isn't just a cold streak or a few unlucky bounces. It's a pattern that is seriously harming her team's offense.
Is she the worst starting power forward in the league? I mean, it's bad. This is, as the kids say, this is in fact diabolical.
When one of your key players is missing more layups than she's making, it's a problem you can't ignore because it alters how defenses play you, limits your second chance points, and puts more pressure on your guards to carry the scoring load for a team that needs every point it can get. The Chicago Sky rely on their bigs to create easy points inside, clean up missed shots, and set the tone physically.
24 WNBA All-Star Angel Reese has got off to a rough start this season, as she has only made 5 of her 22 shots in the Sky's first 2 games. Since then, however, her shooting percentage has went from 22.7% to 31.1%. I gave that yesterday. 31.1% overall as a 6'4" power forward. That's awful.
The fact that Boston is converting at a league average of well over 50%, while even shorter players like Plum aren't having this much trouble, makes this even more obvious. Reese's problems are so noticeable that every time the Sky play, fans, analysts, and even opposing coaches are beginning to realize that it's not just about missing shots, it's about missing shots. Social media has also picked up on this, with memes, jokes, and side-by-side stat comparisons all over the place. Some fans are accusing Reese of being allergic to easy buckets, while others are legitimately worried about what this means for her long-term growth. Others are wondering how a player with her physical tools can be this ineffective at something so fundamental. The discussion now centers on what those stats indicate about Reese's game, confidence, and league future rather than just the numbers themselves.
Here she is right here. Angel Reese has taken the third most attempts. She's shooting 31.5%. What? Let's go over here I want to see the whole. So let's click on it. Let's make it bigger. The next is Kelsey Plum at 42%. By the way, Kelsey's 5'8".
Additionally, if you think the statistics are poor, just wait until you see what's actually occurring on the court. One specific footage has gone viral for all the wrong reasons, and it's helping everyone understand the true problem that's causing those missed layups.
You know you can make that. And she goes, but should I? Genius. You missed 100% of the shots you don't take. She proved you can miss 100% of the shots you do take.
Like, what? Like, it's getting really, really bad.
This is the widely shared video that encapsulated the issue. Angel grabs the rebound and, rather than setting her feet or looking at the defense, she throws the ball from her hip and misses. It's a quick, awkward moment, and it's exactly the kind of thing that's causing all the criticism. One fan wrote, "She shouldn't even be in the league, let alone running it." That one play served as a catalyst for serious inquiries concerning basic issues as well as humor.
I said that there should be a 5-year plan for Angel Reese's development, and phase 1 of the 5-year plan should be figuring out how to score layups. Figuring out the layup technique, figuring out layups. And like, it's just not happening. She's shooting 31%. For context, Aaliyah Boston's shooting 69% on layups.
Something's obviously wrong with the mechanics. Reese's shot is hurried, almost panicky, and there is hardly any lift. Her body isn't straightened, and she isn't even aiming. She is just throwing the ball up and praying it drops. Boston, on the other hand, uses technique, keeps her eyes on the rim, and finishes with control re. It appears as though she is forcing the action, eschewing the fundamentals and attempting to muscle through defenders. Compare that to Boston's classic knee bend and soft glass finish, and it's night and day.
Her best shot attempts, in my opinion, I will always say, coming from the nail, off the pick and roll, just putting it up. When she get to drop stepping and doing all that, I think, one, it takes too long for her, and she misses the first one. She gets the rebound. Now you have multiple people around you. She's trying to go back up. It's just another tough shot, you know? So I think that's why her shooting percentage is so low.
This clip summarizes a larger issue rather than being about a single play. Reese's layup style is now a regular occurrence rather than an anomaly. The same problems appear each time she brings the ball to the basket: eyes averting, a hurried release, and poor body control. Not only does it lose her points, but it also makes her predictable defenders realize that she won't stop or seek out a better angle. They may collapse on her, argue the shot, and force the miss, which would lead to more misses, more annoyance, and more inquiries about her judgment.
Biggest lead of the game for the Phoenix Mercury. You're looking at it, flipping it up. Bad things happen to good people. Vandersloot dumping it inside the...
Social media has picked up on this, but it's not just about getting viral for the wrong reasons. It's clear why the discussion is so intense when you look at the data and the video.
I think the fact that, you know, Angel Reese might miss her first one and get the rebound, the team already know, hey, she's going to go back up with it. So that's why they just collapse the defense on her, because she's not going to look out and try to find anybody.
Fans react not just to statistics, but also to how those statistics are displayed on the court. When they watch a player with all the necessary equipment yet miss the simple shots, it's difficult to not wonder what's wrong. Despite the prevalence of jokes and heated reactions, There is genuine concern about whether Reese's skill set is suitable for the WNBA.
You missed that first one, too many people in the paint, go ahead and kick it out. Reset, or if you have it and you're in good positioning, right? If you grab it and you're in a good position, yeah, of course, go back up with it. But if you grab it, go back up with it, and then you get another rebound, let's just go ahead and reset. I wouldn't say go ahead and throw it back up, because at that point, you're going to have people in the paint trying to help to get that rebound. So I get what the individual was saying, but at the same time, it's kind of warranted that Reese does that to herself.
Analysts have also weighed in, pointing out that these are habits rather than merely sporadic errors. There is a need for foundational work indicated by the way Reese brings the ball up, his lack of eye contact with the rim, and his propensity to hurry under pressure. Commentators are questioning why these problems haven't been resolved, particularly in light of the fact that players on her own squad, such as Boston and Cardoso, demonstrate excellent layup technique. The disparity is evident, and it's beginning to influence the conversation about Reese's potential and her position on the team.
I don't think she's been that bad this year, but it all just depends on what you consider Angel Reese. Like, if you consider Angel Reese as a future superstar, she's been horrendous. Like, that is it. Like, she's been absolutely horrendous. And yes, the team has beaten the Dallas Wings twice, and once without Paige Beckers. The Dallas Wings are pathetic. They're 1-6. Like, at least they almost beat the Mercury, I guess, without Kat Copper, although the Mercury are beating a lot of teams without Kat Copper.
This footage isn't an isolated incident. Rather, it reveals a season-long trend and poses the serious question of whether Reese's difficulties arise from her own choices, or whether the Sky system is making things worse by using her in a way that may be as problematic as her own choice. Every forced miss wastes a second-chance opportunity and allows defenses to recover. The offense stalls, the ball sticks, and the missed points pile up quickly. Reese frequently grabs offensive boards, but forces tough finishes instead of passing, which is killing the Sky's rhythm. She's only shooting 31% on layups.
Like, it's getting really, really bad. It's getting bad, and it's like, at what stage is it like you just pass every single time? And you've now got, like, I'm not joking, you've now got like her fans being like, good job. On her third attempt, she passed the ball out. She missed a layup. She got blocked. She got the rebound. She got blocked. She got the rebound again. And her third time, she passed it out. It's like, and by the way, I actually think that Angel Reese isn't a bad player. She's just, I've never seen anyone so bad at layups in my life.
According to pundits, kick that ball out, use that 56% shooter more, and watch possessions flip. Simple basketball logic dictates that when Reese grabs the board, sometimes it's wiser to reset, find Cardoso, and let her finish the numbers rather than always going back up. Support it with the eye tests as well. The Sky has a true weapon in Cardoso, but they aren't using her enough when it counts most. Her touch around the rim is softer and more consistent, and she has the patience, mechanics, and ability to finish through contact.
You missed the first one, grab it, kick it out. And I feel like this year Angel Reese has hitters around her, so this is the perfect time to use your rebounding ability to give your team second chance buckets, because that is very crucial. If you can get that board and have somebody open in the corner, open at the wing, open at the top, you kicking it to the right player, oh yeah, man, you will punish teams like that. So I think they just need to wire that in her brain.
There's more to this than just taking every shot after a rebound. Reese's true strength may lie in controlling the glass and then making the right read. Sometimes that's a quick outlet, and other times it's a pass to Cardoso, or it's kicking out to an open shooter on the perimeter. When she forces it, the defense knows exactly what's coming, and when she moves the ball, they have to scramble, which is when Chicago wins.
Yeah, and honestly, I think now that they are trying to run, at least from what I saw the last game I watched, they were trying to run the offense through Cardoso. Cardoso definitely needs more layup attempts than Angel Reese, in my opinion. We see who's more efficient, right? And honestly, I think it's just a smarter play. It's a smarter play, man. You would rather have your 56% hitter shooting more buckets than your 31% hitter. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just logic. It's not dissing her or anything like that. It just makes sense to run the offense through Cardoso.
Minor changes in behavior ball to Cardoso might completely change Chicago's offense in a single game. It's not about diminishing Reese's aggressiveness or her ability to rebound. Rather, it's about optimizing what works and fostering systemic trust.